Hello everyone and welcome to this 10th replay commentary of Wargame European Escalation. So today I don't have a good replay on one of the newest maps, so I'll come back to one replay we made on Hell's Highway. It's a 2v2 game. I'm playing with a team member Farwader and playing NATO, and against Nikbul and Hellbee playing PACT. So here we go. Talking about strategy, our strategy here will be, well, first of all, of course, taking control of a few sectors here in the middle of the map and creating a small attack force to go all around the map and attack from behind. I like those kind of attacks. They don't always succeed, but when they do, they are very, very efficient. So, I'll be the player attacking on the right, so I'll also capture Gulf and secure Gulf. Meanwhile, Farwader will go with a bit of troops in Delta to try to contest Delta and then control and defend Foxtrot. So here we are for the units, a few defensive units with Flak Panzer Gepard, AMX-30 Roland 2 and a few infantry units to avoid an attack from the right. The little army going all around is composed of, well, of course, recon units, fast tanks with the French AMX-30 Valorisé, VABs with infantry, anti-air, recon, and of course 2 HEMTT to refuel and resupply our units. So here we go. 2 gazelles deploy quickly to detect the enemy army. We can quickly detect, well, their recons, of course, and a first commander from Hellbee, a very aggressive deployment. He is probably going for Echo at this point in the game. Unfortunately, we don't have helicopters to take it out, but the enemy has Tunguskas behind, so they may have been destroyed anyway. So first deployment here in the middle, a few 4 squads here to go in Gulf to defend Gulf and 1 commander, a few units with ATGMs in the middle, ATGMs, normal infantry and flamethrowers in Delta, and of course the usual commander, infantry and anti-air in Foxtrot. Quite a small amount of units in Foxtrot actually. The main objective was to control Foxtrot quickly and send in an attack through the supply reinforcement route here and attack from the left. So at this point, very aggressive deployment by the PACT players. We've got control of Gulf and Foxtrot, and the PACT has gone, not for Charlie like we did, but for central sector Echo, which provides them with 4 points every 4 seconds, which is much more than our 3 points. Well, a bit more than our 3 points here. Very aggressive start from the PACT players. They go directly for Foxtrot with 8 squads, 1 transport being destroyed. The 2 Jaeger troops here won't be enough to hold against this much units of Motoslecci and Scott transports. The Jaegers are totally destroyed by the Russian infantry. Oh well, not totally. Quite a bit of a resistance here. But the next offensive is conducted by heavy tanks, 2 T-ATU, 4 T-62M, sorry. And, well, the commander, to save the commander, Farwader pulls it back. We know that all these tanks will just decimate, well, I was gonna say our defenses, but there are no defenses left, apart from a few AA units that get stupidly destroyed. Farwader pulls back his commander, but totally forgets his anti-aircraft missiles. To react to that, he, well, nevertheless called in 4 Leopard 2 tanks. So, well, let's hope this will be enough to push back the T-ATU and the T-62M offensive. On the left, I sent a few units to try to disrupt the reinforcement area here, the reinforcement area from Bravo. I sent in 4 infantry units, of course, the usual stuff, to harass the reinforcement route, but I'll support them with 2 flamethrower vehicles and 2 HEMETs to, of course, resupply the infantry, but also resupply the depots. Little attempt here to push back the T-ATUs, but the Leopards 2, which are the basic variants of the Leopards, are totally destroyed by these awesome tanks, which are the best tanks of the PACT side, and they even have been upgraded. Level 3, 240 points per tank. These guys are monsters. So the only 2 Leopard 2s are left, and so my ally Farwader is in a very bad position here. He won't be able to take back Foxtrot. Hopefully I send in reinforcements, 8 infantry squads coming in to try to take back Foxtrot. The enemy has detected, of course, 4 of them, but 4 others are totally, well, invisible just under the hill. The T-ATUs are killing my VABs here. They are just obvious targets for the tanks, while 4 other VABs are coming in just for the kill. My Chasseurs disembark just like they could touch the tanks with their hands, disembark here and shoot the tanks point blank. Both tanks destroyed, 480 points earned for the NATO players. Well, this allows 2 things. First, it allows us to, well, start recontesting and recontrolling Foxtrot. Only a few infantry squads are left, and my Chasseurs will be able to take, well, to push them back. And of course, 480 points in 1 single, well, 2 single kills, and 2 kills, allows us to come back in terms of points. We are now leading with a small 65 points lead. My little army here is nearly arriving to its destination. It's regrouping here and refueling with the HEMTTs, and then we'll attack Alpha from behind. And hopefully that will allow us to push our advantage even, well, I was going to say our advantage, but what advantage? We've got only 40 points ahead of the enemy, and we don't sorry for that. We don't even control our reinforcement sector, Foxtrot. This is a very bad position. I send in my Chasseurs to push, well, to recontrol the forest, and things go better this time. We are able to recontrol the forest and then further on the city. But enemy helicopters are coming in, and well, the commander is still in a very bad position. Flamer here trying to contest our units in Delta, but hopefully Farwader makes a nice move here, takes him from behind with his infantry, and destroys the flamethrower unit. Here we go, control of the forest and the city. Unfortunately, the Leopards are totally panicked by these rocket pods of the 2 Me-24 VP. Oh my god, I hate those names. And this is a very bad luck from my side. 1 Buratino just came in, but my Chasseurs just weren't in position at that moment, and the Buratino was just a little bit panicked. So no big deal for the enemy, unfortunately for us. Wants 1 more offensive on the enemy side. So just to come back for our offensive on the north, well, my units are just arriving to attack and to harass the Alpha sector. Unfortunately, what was initially planned as a surprise attack is a total failure. 1 Me-9 has detected our move, and the Alpha sector, which is initially very badly defended, only a few artillery units and anti-air, well, will defend itself. The artillery is pulling back, will pull back into the forest, and 2 T-55 AMV-1s and 4 T-62s are called in to defend the sector. Coming back in Foxtrot, well, the offensive of the enemy tanks and anti-tanks and anti-air units is still in motion. My VABs are destroyed here, of course, but that doesn't really matter. 2 Leopards 2 are still trying to push back the offensive, but there are a lot of units, and 2 Sturms coming in. Very good tank destroyers, these units. So the Leopards 2 just pull back for now and wait for a better moment to attack. Coming back to the north, well, my recon is just moving in to detect the enemy artillery. My Valoris are just behind, and my anti-air a bit behind. That's a small mistake. Anti-air just too far behind. My Luch is trying to pull back a little, but is destroyed by the ATGM of the Me-24As. And well, T-62s combined with rocket pods, my 4 AMX-30B Valorisés are totally panicked. My Flak Panzer arrive a bit too late, manage to push back the helicopters, but don't kill any of them. Well, tried to kill one of them, but they pulled back just in time. A few HPs lost for each helicopter, but they, well, both of them get out alive. My Valorizés are routing, only a few Flak Panzers are left, but this is obvious. My attack from behind is a total failure. I have to pull back, and my Flak Panzers are pulling back. My Valorizés are just, well, attacking, routing, just very annoying. My only units that are will still be able to do something, if I manage to control them right, are these 4 VAB units that are discreetly moving all around the enemy. Coming back to Foxtrot, well, the enemy is still contesting the area. We haven't taken it back. Yeah, I think I messed that up. Well, no matter. The enemy is trying even to push further into Hotel, but hopefully a few patterns are here to push back the enemy offensive, and the enemy doesn't have any supply. His units are starting to be damaged and out of fuel, which is a good point for us. The Leopards 2 are moving forward on the left, while the Patterns and the Gazelle on the right, and my Gazelles are coming in on the left to try to kill the enemy recon and, well, take out the visuals, the recon of the enemy. Gazelles coming in for the kill. Whoop, wrong helicopter. And the ME2 urn just seems to stay there, is stunned and finally destroyed. At that point, well, 2 ME-24 VP attack my Gazelles, and once again I make a mistake. Well, they just are destroyed by the 2 heavy Russian helicopters and are totally annihilated. Over here, well, the reinforcement harassment is going quite well. Some units managed to pass, well, miraculously, I've got to say, while others are getting totally killed. So this is quite a good situation over here. On Foxtrot, we still don't have the control of the area, and we are now quite afraid that these helicopters will be able to detect our commander hidden just over here. We well, mustn't move it too much. He's nearly out of fuel, so we really have to take out these helicopters to avoid losing our commander stupidly. Over here, my offensive is totally a total failure. I lost all my AMX-30B Valorisés. Only a couple of Flak Panzers are left and 2 HEMTTs. My VABs here are just waiting for new orders, and well, this is bad luck moment. I could have gone directly for this forest and killed the commander. Unfortunately, well, as you will see, I will separate my VABs and try to harass every sector to find the commander, which was just under my nose. So here, to avoid our commander being detected, I send in Gazelle Cannon, which will, even if 2 against 2, I will get totally killed. It's just to occupy as much as I can these helicopters while waiting for backup, well, more Gazelle Cannon, to, well, to protect the commander. It's more or less a suicide mission, a sacrifice mission, to save one precious unit. Once again, the enemy artillery is trying to take care of my harassing units, of my, well, yeah, I think I can say that, harassing units. But hopefully for my units, I've got 2 HMTTs and 2 captured Colossus that will help repair my units. More Gazelles have come in, and this time the ME-24 VPs are in a bad situation, and then they pull back to a safer place in Echo, where they'll be defended by their Tunguskas. Over here, well, I captured 2 Colossus, so that alerted the enemy that I was nearby. He pulled back his commander, and, well, my other infantry units are just trying to harass the enemy as much as possible. But once again, well, bad luck, I guess. I'll send in my infantry to kill the artillery, but the artillery will move to go back and resupply, and I won't be able to kill any of them. So, 3 bad luck situations. 1, they detected my army here. 2, I didn't go at this point and the commander pulled back. And 3, well, the artillery pulled back to resupply just while I was arriving with my units. So, coming back to Foxtrot, we finally managed to push back every PACT unit in Foxtrot. So, our commander can come back and he'll have just enough fuel to arrive in Foxtrot. We will be able once again, it's nearly the first time in the game to control Foxtrot and call in reinforcements, or at least earn more points. Back in Alpha, while the harassment is still continuing, I'm trying to go for the commander. It's obviously a suicide, a desperate attempt, and all my units are getting killed. But yeah, that's the end of the small attack in Alpha. In terms of points, well, we still are miraculously in the lead. 1800 against 1700. Only a small 100 points lead. And we need really to act, because the enemy earns more points than we do and has, well, we just recontrolled Foxtrot. If the enemy, well, at this point we know that Foxtrot, we now defend Foxtrot a lot better. A few chieftains on the top of the hill, underneath the trees, a few anti-air units, helicopters still waiting just in case, and a little harassment commencing on the left. I send in some troops to attack the Echo sector. They, 2 Tunguskas are coming in, but I disembark and destroy both of them. I think either a mistake of our opponent, or just trying to contest the air units over here without, well, seeing my infantry units. Infantry units coming in, his commander is pulling back. Unfortunately, at this point I don't see the commander. I only detect him at this point, and I detect the flamethrower, so I pull back and I tell my ally, well, here is his commander, we have to do something about it. Another little harassment force over here. The 4 other TPAZ Fuchs are attacking the Bravo sector. I am counting on the fact that all his defenses are concentrated in Echo to harass his commander in Bravo. A little point lead here. We managed, Farwader managed to destroy the attacking units at this point. The enemy detects my Fuchs coming in. He calls in help. Well, he asks for help from his ally. Comes in with helicopters to try to take out my infantry. When I see the helicopters coming in, well, I decide to disembark to separate my infantry to avoid everyone getting killed in just one rocket barrage. And I disembark 2 of them, while 2 others are trying to go for the forest and capture and destroy the commander. At this point, I see Bravo is not controlled anymore, so the commander must be fleeing, and he is actually fleeing. And I detect him just here, so I decide to send everything in to try to kill it. So Fuchs going after him from behind, 2 of them trying to catch him on the flank and shoot him. And at this moment the commander is in a very, very bad position. While this little harassment taking place behind the enemy lines, my ally takes the opportunity to focus, to attack on the front line, and hopefully the enemies will be overwhelmed by these 2 situations and will make mistakes that will lead us to victory. 1 commander killed by my Fuchs over here. We are 500 points from victory, which is a very, very good thing. And at this point, while my ally is still pushing over here, the enemy is still trying to kill units over here, and they totally forget that 1 commander of theirs is in this forest, and my foot just coming for the kill. Well, anyways, he didn't have much area to flee to. He couldn't pull back. I've got units. He can't move forward. There are units. He could have gone to the right, but I would, well, yeah, maybe. Or to the left, but I still have units over here. Yeah, it's a very, very bad situation for this commander, who gets destroyed by the Fuchs. Here we go, and the Jaegers with 1 last rocket shoot at the Tunguska, and this is the last unit to bring us to victory. So 3,087 points against 2,015. Very nice match. Very bad start on our side, on the NATO side, with a very aggressive start with the PACT team. Without being a rush, it was an aggressive attack, aggressive start, and quite, well, a bad defense of the Foxtrot sector, which led to its loss, and it's, well, we had to battle very hard to take it back. Take it back. But in the end, we took it back, and we managed to, even if we had less points, well, if we earned less points, we still were able to maintain, well, to stick to the enemy unit, to the enemy in terms of points, and in the end, with a little harassment with infantry, we managed to come back and take the lead. Very good game, very interesting. Of course, mistakes from each player as always, but very nice game, very entertaining. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.